I think there's two things to monitor. One is regulation. We went through the pain with the FCC last year, and that dissipated, which is fantastic. But we see AB 1414 actually occurring in California, where there's regulation. So regulation could actually hold back the explosive growth in the space. I think there's going to be explosive growth. The other thing that's been talked about for a long time is consolidation. I believe that you need scale to win long term, and so there will be consolidation in the space. It's a very fragmented space. There's a lot of really good players, but there's no dominant one player. I think that there can be a couple of players at the end, and I do think that you'll see probably over the next 18 months that there'll be consolidation occurring.
I think what's all, AI, I always looked at it as automation intelligence. We're all trying to make activities happen faster without human involvement, using large LLM and other technology to basically look at the different network platforms. You may have switches from one vendor, access points from another, edge equipment from a third, especially in a conversion property where you're taking over an existing network. And being able to analyze trends and pull those issues out and resolve problems for customers before they even know about it, before the NOC even has to see it. How do we cut down on events in general? Access points really truly adapting to co-channel interference on their own, adjusting power and channel environments. They all say they do it. They all do it to some extent, but it could all be done better. And I think you look at how the hardware vendors are all investing in it as well. They realize they need to make improvements. So on our roadmap, it's taking advantage of the vendor solutions, but then also internally, it's using our own internal LLM to basically analyze our various different data sources, through a data lake, and really make it easier for our staff to respond to customers, and things just happen in the background without human involvement, as I said before, so that the customer just has the best experience. It's simple. They're online. If something is happening with an access point, it's handling it and fixing it on its own. Network outages are proactively being responded to without a human having to touch it or triage it. Those types of involvements are where we're using AI, and that's really just on the short roadmap. 5 years from now, it's going to be very different.
I would agree with Taylor. It's in the hardware vendors are trying to do things like radio resource management, and they do device typing. So every time a device connects to the network, they identify the device, and then they know how that device wants to interact with the Wi-Fi network. So as the vendors get better at handling those things, we're going to see great advancement in Wi-Fi experiences. But from a resident or a property team experience, or even a support experience, using AI to faster identify paths towards solutions or escalations with all the information that's needed within one pane of glass, or even in native speak. I think those are all the things that'll happen and evolve over the next couple of years.
Yeah, I do think more and more properties are going to go to the managed Wi-Fi route versus the MSOs. Like the industry is saying this is the direction to go, where the owners own their assets versus a third party that controls their resident experience. We've talked about the most important resident experience being their internet, and if their internet's not working, it's problematic. And in many cases where they're handing it off to a cable company, they have no control over that. As whereas things are going, I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. Wi-Fi 7, deploy today, tomorrow, and into the future. And as things evolve, because, the speed, the latency, and the jitter are important, and building networks with redundancy. So I think more and more property owners are going to realize that little bit extra to have a redundant circuit, because a lot of them are very cost conscious, which I understand, of course, but having that redundancy is key. Building networks that can do multi-gig, up to 10 gig and beyond, is really important. So deploying infrastructure that will last for the future is key in these networks that we all build.
Yeah, I guess our main differentiators, I think, are support. You know, we, just like everybody else in the industry, it's 24/7, 365 support. But all of our tier 1 through 4 are in-house. Not only that, all of our properties are custom designed. So there's no cookie cutter designs for us. You know, we start from, I think as Dan said earlier, you know, we start from the unit level and then go all the way through the full property level or even a portfolio level, look at it holistically, and then move back down from holistic back down to unit level. So fully customization for everything.
Much more cost effective for the customer to wait. I mean, like flat screens TV, when they first came out, they were $1,000, $2,000 a piece, and now you can go to Walmart and buy one for $500. I think that currently those APs are quite a bit more expensive, and there's quite not the need for it right now. And I think later on, it'll be more cost effective, and you'll get the latest models.